It's cold. It was 16 degrees this morning, man. But here we are.
It laid me out all weekend long.
What's up, Mike?
Doug's supposed to be here today, so we can, do the definitive answer, so we can go ahead and finish that other wall.
Yeah.
But
So they're gonna keep it where it is.
yeah, I think
Okay.
so. Yeah. I couldn't figure out why they wanted to move it over so far
In the beginning.
in the beginning, and
Yeah.
it's all about basically a right of way for that power.
Yeah.
And if we'd have known that in the beginning, we would have had other options, rather than them just thinking he needed a big wide right of way.
Yeah.
But it's all right. We'll figure it out. I figure the worst thing that could happen is that we don't get that done on this pour. We'll still,
I don't think we're gonna.
this is the big pour that we had scheduled. This was an add-on. So I think we'll concentrate on finishing this double cage here.
Mhm.
And then for Wednesday, and then we may peel off a couple of guys to work on that. So, but hopefully Doug will be here and can kind of, we got to get back to, it's been several days since we grouped together, and we were there and now we're here, and we can look where we're at and decide what we're going to do over the next 2 days. We've got to bring another.
Yeah, that's what these are for right here. We need to
Yeah.
cut these and put a couple more dowels down right here.
Bring them here.
Come all the way back to right here, and then.
Really, we probably need to start covering stuff before
yeah.
we put any more iron on. This is still on the ground over here, so you got. How you doing over there, Mike? This is on the ground over here.
Yeah, we're over here.
We can pull it towards this way. Over.
Oh shit, almost wiped out.
Every single
Damn,
time.
almost wiped out.
Woo. Almost on camera. Give me a little bit more of this.
How much you got over there?
This covers the entire deal.
You got it covered over there.
Yeah. We got another masterpiece of architectural design that we're just going to cover up here in a day or two. Oh well, such is life, right? Boone.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Morning, everyone. How's it going?
Morning.
Good.
Covering her up.
It's all.
That was all the black plastic they could find. I even looked for it when I got here too.
There's 3 boxes in the garage. Let me go see. Let me go see.
Yeah, I might have missed it by accident.
No worries.
Morning. Son. What's going on?
Good morning, Sunrise Beach. How's it going? It's a new year, 2022, and we got a lot to do. It's gonna be fantastic. So start off the day finding out the materials I ordered didn't arrive, so that'll be the first order of business, and then go check out the foundation and get those guys moving on that.
Just a box.
Yeah. Hey, what? So what actually showed up? Because I ordered that 5/8 drywall, and how many sheets came? Nothing.
Nothing came.
Okay.
It will be out here somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you went for that stack. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. We got plenty of wall, but we don't have ceiling.
Okay. Well, I guess it didn't show up. I need to I need to get that invoice and find out what actually made it because I ordered another 30 sheets for you. Yeah, it's supposed to be dropped last Wednesday.
Oh,
And so, yeah.
yeah, no, I didn't make, nothing make it in.
Okay. All right. I hired another guy who's supposed to be here today. He's supposed to know how to do drywall
All right,
and tile.
okay.
But that would also be the third guy that I've hired that knows how to do drywall and tile that doesn't show up. That dude right there?
Yeah,
So just the entire length of it, we'll just fur it out.
yeah, that's
We'll
what,
just
that's
make
what
a
I
box.
was, yeah.
The entire length and make
Yeah,
it
I'm gonna
nice.
make a box there, so.
Perfect.
That way that'll keep us, once we finish this wall, and then I'll start on that.
Okay. I'm gonna have a bracket made.
Okay.
I don't like the way that was built.
yeah.
The bracket is too small. It's supposedly strong enough for that, but I want it stronger on
Yeah,
both
but
sides.
I was looking at it, and I don't think
Yeah.
that, I didn't like that, because they should really done it a different way.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean,
But, I mean,
it's obviously doing its job, but over time, I want to put a very strong steel.
yeah,
bracket.
something stronger, 'cause-
Yeah.
The boxes right here, what is that for?
All right. So that goes on the foundation.
That's what I thought.
Now they start on that?
Yeah. Is the blue stuff okay to use, or is that?
Oh, it's fine. That's
Okay,
great.
okay.
That's fantastic material. It just wasn't ours.
Yeah.
It was the.
Yeah, I figured use a little bit of it because I thought that they'd use
No,
all
that-
of the black first.
That blue is incredible material. It's really thick, mil
Yeah.
thick. I think it's like 10 mil plastic.
Yeah.
So it's great. It's just it was the stucco guys. So
Okay.
if he wants it back, then we might have to buy it from him.
Right.
Okay. And since we're standing over here and we talked about heat, I did a little. Brune, this is interesting for you to know too, and I learned something myself. So they're moving the pole on the 18th. So I'm making sure that the concrete trucks. So the next concrete truck that we use over there has got plenty of room. But the next pour, which I'm trying to schedule that week of the 18th, for the foundation, they're gonna have to park the truck right here, and they won't do it with the power lines.
Okay.
So I'm getting that moved on the 18th. Well, to do a single 400 amp service, you have to do a 3-inch conduit down, and the material is 350 MCM to handle the amperage, and that runs $10 a linear foot. So that works out to $20 or $30 per linear foot over there. And they're out of transformer pads.
Okay.
So I called around, and you can get two 200 amp services on the same pole, and it costs a third less just by running two separate conduits with smaller. I think it's called double lot conduit.
Okay.
And I was like, so you're actually saving money, and they actually have the stuff in stock. And so once again, we're dealing with material shortages again.
Yeah.
So it's actually gets done, and we can get the pole installed and get permanent power to this pretty quick, which is cool. Well, let's go check out the foundation because that's what we got to do
Yeah, definitely.
this week. All I can say is, wow, the amount of work we got to do.
This is for the foundation.
What's going on, Mike? Big Mike? Nice to meet you. That is a lot of steel in there. We'll put the measuring tape on it, but looking at it, we might have to move it over just a little bit as far as 7 feet wide. Because 7.5 feet, but it looks like it actually may be. Okay, just eyeballing it. All right. All right, all right. Yeah, I'm trying to take it all in. But yeah, the first thing is to get this covered with plastic. Probably this little area right here. Nice, okay.
We've been covering these, and some of them don't cover all the way down, that we need to make sure that it's totally encapsulated.
Ideally, you want to cover it 100% as a vapor barrier, but I think what we're doing here is fine. When we do this piece of the foundation next, it's going to be a typical foundation build, and so we'll get the stuff set up. We'll build the pad. Matter of fact, so we're going to pour Wednesday on this. We'll get the concrete in, and that's going to be just an early morning pour. We'll get it done. We're going to frame, and then we're going to frame the entire foundation with the form boards. Then from there, we'll bring in the dirt, and we're going to pack it and build it with layers. And then we're going to get the mini and dig the beams, and then we're going to cover it with plastic and then throw the steel on it. And it's going to be much faster than what we're doing here. I was going to get today and tomorrow like an inventory and get the materials in set up for next week.
Yep.
I'm also ordering the specialty brackets that we need for the height of this house. They're foundation they're Simpson strong ties that go into the foundation so we can tie in this 3-story structure. And it's, since we're going to be pouring this in 2 weeks, so to be delivered on Wednesday morning. I know. How do you calculate the volume on this? You gotta guess.
That'll be to the top up there.
It was. I'm gonna get the measurements going here, but just keep tying steel. You got it bagged now. So we got to do the double layer of 5s on top for the engineer plans, which I think is an overkill. Just looking at this thing going, my God, it's not going anywhere. It's definitely an overkill, but let's just do it. So we got the number 5s like this.
Well, these are 6s, don't you? Those are 5, sir.
So we're just gonna build on one more
Yeah.
layer on top of this, correct?
Yeah, so now you got to do a grid this way, and then you do another one on top.
Since we went back, 7 feet,
Yep.
would you like an extra beam of steel going that way
Yes.
towards that wall? Okay.
Yes. And so I'm just looking at that. So right there,
We can do it in this hole that they dug.
yeah, so right there where the foundation
Bring this
pin used to be. Sorry. That's all right. No, you guys keep working. It's great. Don't stop. So right there, this foundation pin, so 7.5 feet over. Okay. We need to put another row of 6s. So what we're going to do here in a second is I'm going to get on the Mini. I'm going to get the measurements. We're going to get that 7.5 feet over. Make sure this is right on, which it might be. I don't know. I can't visualize it. But we need to dig this out here, and then we're going to dig that beam up, and then put all the material right over here. And then we need to put a set of form boards at the 7.5 foot mark, which looks like it's right about here, and running back. So we need to form board it up as far back as we can, and then we need to turn it into the wall here, the dirt.
Yes.
Just set a form boards through here, tie it into the dirt, and we're going to use the dirt wall as a stabilization. And those two big ass rocks right there, we ought to just try and knock it down in the hole. I think that's going to be a great part of the foundation. The next foundation piece we're going to do, we're actually going to put dowels in the foundation.
Okay.
And then we're going to bag this little corner right here. But we're going to probably, some of that looks fine to be part of it. We may just put plastic up over it. Do the number 5s, however y'all want to do it. Break a team up into tying steel, and then we're going to need a foundation team to frame this up here, to form it up. And we'll form that up, and I'll be measuring. I'll be working with that to make sure this is right. And then
I'm already hit rock here.
Good.
I already hit concrete here.
here, this is the house structural beam right here that the whole house is going to be sitting on. So that's why this has got to go down deep.
Yeah.
And this right here is the actual part of the porch. And so, yeah, there we go. And this, we'll call this high enough. When I get the Mini in here to dig, we'll put a little dirt on this just to kind of give us compaction. We'll put a little plastic on that, and it'll be good to go.
Hook to come along to the frame and the pole real quick, and then we'll get that yellow thing out of there. Got my best guy on it.
Now, is this tied in here? Yeah, we got wire, right?
Yeah. You gotta improvise, on pliers.
This is the part where I get to watch you work.
Right? You just get to stand there and hang out. Don't worry, I got this, Mike. Oh crap!
All right, so these guys are finishing up the structural steel on the number 6s on the beams. And because of the site conditions, if you look at the wall right here, it's like fill material and slough, and it's all collapsing. And so that's what the corner of the house is going to be sitting on. So we decided to expand the pool foundation 7.5 feet over. So the corner of the house that sits right here will have something stable to sit on. So we have a concrete that is sitting on rock that the house foundation, that'll be 7 feet right here, will sit on that and then turn the corner and sit on a solid set of effectively granite rock. And that's good because we don't want a house corner sitting on sand and then rock on the backside. So we're kind of expanding what we're doing here and making it stronger and just filling it with concrete. Because once again, the site conditions here, it's just sand and gravel and collapsing. So we have to keep the wall back at an angle. But that's why we're doing what we're doing, and it's causing enormous amount of manual labor and a lot more work than anticipated. So these guys have been working on this about 3 weeks, and so we got the steel in its bag, and we just got to do the top coat now with the number 5 rebar, double cage rebar on top, and on the side over here we just got to finish the form boards up, make them good and structural to hold the concrete back, and then from there we'll be set. We'll be able to hit the pour on Wednesday morning at 7. And not staying up till midnight on Tuesday to get this done. At least that's the plan. Pool foundation pour, open, kind of sub-basement pour, retaining wall pour, upper first floor foundation pour. And once we get that done, that's when we're done with this site and we can go work the other projects. And then from there, we have to work down the hill. We start with the dock, and then the driveway, and then this little concrete area and the pad for the air conditioning unit, and the driveway's up top. And we also have a little retaining wall to go along here.
But these are all smaller projects.
Yeah, exactly.
These will, based upon doing all that,
Yeah.
these are seem like, oh, this is
That's
you
a
know,
week. That's
this
a week.
is easy.
We can
Yeah.
knock out this in a week.
Or less.
We'll need to get the skid steer in here, push the stuff out of the way, get the steel on that storage area, which maybe I'll start working on, and then from there, we'll move this material, which could go right on top of the road here, our new road as we build it up, and shoot. Then they park the pump truck here, and then they pump down the hill right into that area. But once we do that, actually after we pump, we're gonna have to clean this area. On Wednesday, we can actually start the form boards for the house. Finally working on the main house foundation. We can set those form boards, and they come right here, dude. So the form boards come right through here.
And
so
this is the basement, right?
This is the basement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wine cellar.
Wine cellar. So 2 on top, 1 on the bottom, and wherever you want to stop it, we want to run it all the way through. And like you see, there's a gap right there. Yeah. We need to run that all the way. Like I said, right where your hand is will be underground still. This right here is still underground. Well, actually, it's starting to come out of the ground here.
This right in here.
Yeah. Okay. And having it stick up is perfect because the house foundation that starts right about here, actually, yeah, the house foundation that starts right here is still underground. So we're going up 7 feet from here though. So these dowels that are sticking up would be great for the next phase of it. Nice.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Lord. All on Johnson.
Who was the camera guy? Drive it on in.
I'm looking at the line that runs down to the edge of the pool. It's all supposed to be straight right before it wraps around. And so if it's kicked back a little on the first one, it's going to be thrown off for the rest of it. So it's crucial to get the first one exactly right, and then from there they just fall in line. It's got the back side has to, or the far side has to go out a little bit.
That actually looks pretty good. Maybe the very bottom far corner could be kicked out a little bit, but
Okay.
I mean, honestly, it looks pretty darn straight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, that right there will be covered with a rock lug.
Yeah.
As we go around. So anything more than a couple inches would be bad, but it looks pretty darn straight as it is. It's Monday, and we're just finishing up, and these guys, the Texas Crew Dogs, are kicking butt again because we're down 8 people this week already. We got people sick, and people's, just random things in life are popping up. But we got a concrete pour on Wednesday, and we got a hit. And so we got only 7 guys on site, and they're working their tails off. And we just got to finish up tying this steel, and we'll hit that concrete pour come Wednesday. But that's just kind of the name of the game, what we're in right now. Materials and stuff, that shortages, trying to get materials on site. But the labor problem is amazing. So, yeah, being down 8 people, and we got our main crew here that are kicking butt and taking names, and we're gonna hit the pour on Wednesday. So, thanks guys for doing a good job. Thanks for showing up. I gotta hit my family.
Yeah.
I gotta go do that. So,
Fun.
but tomorrow morning I'm gonna be here.